Hi, welcome to Write That Down, a podcast
Hello.
for working moms and women entrepreneurs.
You betcha.
And today's topic is office generational,
multi-generational office culture.
multi-generational office culture. That's what we're
You
talking
even
about.
prepared for this one for 5 whole minutes.
I don't even know if it was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the generations, but I did find this weird,
Beautiful chart.
I did find this
weird.
chart.
It's weird. I
No,
didn't get
this
to see
chart
it.
is beautiful
Yeah.
because I love statistics.
We know. Mm-hmm.
But if you are born now, you will be generation beta.
Oh my.
Like you're a fish.
Nice. Weird.
Generation alpha
Yeah.
would be where our children would fall.
Like mine too.
Yes. 2010 to 2020, 25. 2000. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That was Generation Alpha, you said?
Alpha.
Alpha. Okay.
Then there's Generation Z,
Yes.
and that's from
We know.
1997 to 2012.
That's Emma.
Well, what happens if you were born in 10 or 11? You're in 2 generations? You're transitional.
Fancy. I don't know.
I don't know because then, okay. So then millennials are 1981
Yes.
to 1996. See, that's a clean
break.
Why? Why is Gen Z to Alpha? Why do they need a 2-year double? They have enough identity. They have enough identity issues as it is. Why are we making their
Okay, we're
generation
not going to start low blowing. Listen.
Okay. Then we've got, did I say Gen X? 1965 to 1980.
Okay.
And then we have the baby boomers,
Mm-hmm.
which are my parents. They're on the very end of it.
Yes.
Which is 1946 to 1964.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the silent generation, 1925 to 1945.
Super quiet.
The greatest generation.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Which is 1900 to 1925.
It's actually called that?
Are you kidding me right now? Yes, it's called that. I love generational stuff.
Jeez.
It's really funny. And then there's the lost generation, which is 1880 to 1900.
Oh, they're very much gone. So,
yeah, they're gone.
Yeah,
they are now truly lost.
Okay.
Well,
so that's that. Now that we've broken that down into years for everyone.
Yes.
Let's talk about how this relates to The Office.
All right. So we
are
millennials.
We as in you and me.
Yes.
Yes.
But our office has millennials and Gen Z.
And it's pretty split.
It is
pretty 50-50, right?
Yeah. I would say it's pretty.
Yeah.
If anything, we're the lower party.
Okay, let's count. Ready?
Well, it counts if you count in office or out of office. Then
let's count in office.
In office would be the only millennials would be you, me, and Alicia.
Shannon?
No.
She's not a millennial. She's 1 year younger than me.
Oh, she's on the very, very end of the millennials.
Yes.
And then Emma and Ryan and Maria and Emily.
So 4 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Wild.
So we're split. So funny things that have happened in our office that create the generational, that is what I always use for stories when I talk about it.
Yeah.
Is where were you on 9/11?
This is your favorite thing. That when I first got hired, you were like so excited to tell me this, and you were like, "Maria, can I do the thing?" She goes,
I do every time. I'm like,
you
Maria,
can
I do the
say
thing? And then every time I'm like, Maria, where were you on 9/11? And she's like, I wasn't born yet. And then I'm always like,
it's so crazy.
It's so crazy.
Which it is crazy.
It is crazy. I'm so old. And then the other one is OJ. If I say OJ, who do you think of?
O.J. Simpson.
And that's who you would think of before I've said this 1,000 times?
I mean, probably.
And
it depends on the context. If you're like, I had OJ for breakfast, I probably wouldn't think O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
But
I would hope you didn't have OJ Simpson for breakfast.
Exactly. It's not in the plan. But
when I asked that question in the office, and then I was like, white Bronco, it doesn't fit, you must quit. And they're all looking at me like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. And I was like, what? And then they're like, OJ, orange juice? No.
Yeah, they don't know what you're
saying. The murderer.
Yeah. They don't know.
They don't know. No. But when we played the game, I will give props to Emma. I did put up on the big screen TV one time what a text message was, but it was in code. And they had to figure out what the code was. And Emma figured it out pretty stinking quick.
Emma's got a smart brain.
She was pretty fast.
Yeah.
And what the code was, like, when we texted back in the day, you used to have to hit 1 3 times to get to C.
Yes.
So the code was like 11111, which would equal a C. And then, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the code was the amount of times you had to hit, like, to send a text message. Also, something very crazy is I told my son that it used to cost 10 cents to send a text message.
He didn't believe you?
He was like, that's per text message.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So you had to be committed. You
had
to put
very
all your
stressful,
content
like
in
managing the data and managing the texts
and minutes and what minutes were before 9 o'clock, after 9 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about the before. It was stressful.
It was stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the bag phone before that. Do you remember the bag phone that would be in your car?
No, I just remember the ones that looked like it was like
the ones on Saved by Bell. Saved by the Bell. He had the
bag phone.
A bag phone.
Why are you saying bag phone? Does it look like a bag?
No, it's in a bag.
It's in a bag.
Yes.
I don't know what you're referring to.
I showed this to my kids too, and they were like, what? Okay. It was by Verizon.
Okay.
You can buy them on eBay.
You can buy anything on eBay.
I mean, that's true. Bag phone. Verizon. Yeah, there it is.
Let me see. No, we did not have this. I never had this.
So
What? My parents did not have this. I did not have this. No. What?
So it was a phone in a bag, and you plugged it into your cigarette thing in your car.
Yeah.
And so it would run only while your car was on. Like it. Now you're acting like what's the number after us? Gen Z. You're a young millennial. See,
I'm a young
millennial.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had them. That was the first. That was before the mobile phone was those.
Okay.
And like interesting things.
What in the world?
Do you remember the printers that used to have all the little dots down the side?
What? I feel like I don't have memories from my childhood.
What is that called? Paper?
I don't know.
Oh! Dots.
Yeah, with the dots that you peel the thing. Yes! I thought you were talking about the physical printer head.
No, it had like the little, do you remember those? And you'd play with all the shred from it.
I do. How do you remember literally everything?
Which is really funny because I feel like I don't remember a lot of things. I don't know.
Well, in present day.
Yes. That's because I'm old.
I feel like you can talk about
the past.
Yeah, like it just happened, and I'm like, was I there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, isn't that like where we have come from? So
that's crazy.
But in the office, in the workplace, things that are awesome are I will say things. I'm like example, I was trying to create a like promotion to get your marketing fixed in 2026. Like,
Yes.
you know, and I was like, Maria, like new year, new you, but not that, because I know that's cringe. And she's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that is cringe.
It is.
And I was like, but like that, but
Yeah.
not. And she was like, great, because don't say that. And I was like, I know, I'm not going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Yeah.
and they're great for knowing things that are trending and knowing things that are things that we don't realize anymore. Like
Mhm.
I don't want to say they have more time. They have more time from a marketing perspective. They're more aware of like the trends and the culture. And does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I sit at baseball.
You said it.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like kind of they were raised in technology.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to keep using Maria as an example. I don't mean to keep using but she talks about how like she has been on social media since like 4th grade.
What?
Yeah, you haven't heard her say this?
No.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, it's just not like that's like
Well, it's like Bella. She's in 3rd grade and she's all like logging into my Facebook to
Yeah.
go watch my reels. And I'm like, how do you know
like
how to
it
do
just
that?
becomes like
Yeah.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
For the, and it's just it. So you know, like it's so hard for our parents to learn how to use like my mom gets so frustrated like sending a text message to like copy and paste it. She's like, it's
Yes.
so easy for you.
Yes.
I'm like, yes.
You just. Uh-huh.
But when
But that's
you
what they do to us, the
Yeah.
Gen Zers.
yeah, because it's just been second nature. Like they don't know any different ever.
Yes. Mhm.
Like there is a level of we are still learning some things,
yes.
and then the generation after us is like,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think that in the office, in the work environment, I think it makes us a really, really powerful team
yeah,
because we have more of the life experiences
Mhm.
and we can come to things from a more seasoned perspective. And they can come to things with a really fun and fresh new perspective.
definitely.
I also think that they are much more willing to try new things quicker, and we are much slower to change.
That's fair.
I would say, like that. I love how they embrace new technology, and I feel like Alicia and I are a little bit more, let us see how it
Simmer
goes.
on that for a minute. Yeah.
But I think that that's a good push and pull.
You need a balance.
Yes. I think that's really important.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think the phrases in the office getting thrown around is really funny.
Oh, what
Like
was
when
a
we get-
scoopity swizzle? What was that one again? Toilet bowl. I still can't remember. What was it? Skippity toilet. Who says that? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna look back in 10 years and be like, skippity toilet. That was so cool. We've also lost our producer to laughter. You're welcome. Cheers.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm gonna
Rizzo.
say it.
Right? Is that one? That's so Riz. Is it Riz or Rizzo?
It's Riz.
This is why I'm not in charge of our social
this
media.
whole thing. Oh man, there's tears in my eyes.
Nope.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna say it, but I think it's fun and entertaining. When
I
it's
would
thrown
love
around.
to go to an event and be like, how's your skippity toilet Rizzo day? They're going to be like, have a great day. You're insane.
I can't.
And that's why I have my job.
That's right. It's so funny. Yeah. I mean, there's a time and a place.
There's a time and a place. There's a time and a place. I mean, on the cultural thing, which we talked about some in like when we talked about like dress, whatever that episode is called. But I think that that's where a really great, we were talking about it in the car on the way home, and I said, I was like, there's a thing to be said about still wearing a dress and being professional, and I think that that's a part where our generation can really help the generation, especially the ones that were going through those fundamental college, high school years over COVID, where
that's hard.
Everybody went really casual and saying, we got to get up, we got to get dressed again, put the Spanx on, put the heels on,
Spanx.
Let's go. Out you sweatpants. But again, based on what your career is and all that stuff. But and I think that and I think I said this on the episode, like our 40th birthday episode, there is so much to glean both ways. I think the younger generation helps us to glean in on trying new things, like I said, being a little bit more spontaneous, being open to new and different ideas.
Yes.
And I think that the older generations also very much value tradition and reasoning, and and I think that that can play a really great balance if you let it.
Absolutely.
And I think that to clump everybody, like I have largely heard the clumping of millennials and Gen Z as being lazy.
Correct. Yes.
And I don't
That's very unfair.
think that's fair.
Yes. I'm with you.
I think that it's something that burdens not the right, plagues their generation, though. I think that there are people in every generation who are lazy.
Yeah.
I just think that the lazy ones in the younger generations use social media, so they make a louder noise about it.
Yes.
And then that causes the whole generation to be
labeled with that.
As that. But I will also say that our generation was largely brought up that you work until you fall over dead.
Yes.
And I think the younger generation is doing a good job of creating boundaries and balance.
Yeah. Which is also okay.
Also, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a great place to balance between the two, right? Like, be really focused on your work time, and then be really focused on your off time.
Yes.
And celebrating both, which I think is a good thing that they have taught me.
Absolutely. Yes.
Which I think is great. But with the older generations, which we don't have in our office, I think it's funny when I, like you were saying, helping your parents figure out things, and I think that generation has had to come through a lot.
Yeah, because
they didn't have computers at all until, was it Al Gore invented the internet?
Was that Al Gore?
No, we didn't. Oh my God.
I was like, what are you talking about?
No, Al Gore, when he was like running for president or vice president or something, claimed that he created the internet.
Oh, he claimed that. Oh, okay.
But he didn't.
I was like, Megan, I don't think that's correct.
I was like, but the $1 million question, who created the internet?
Who created the internet? Why are we doing trivia for me? I don't want to do trivia.
Who created the internet? I ask Ryan this all the time. He just rolls his eyes at me.
I don't know.
There's not an answer.
Okay.
Who created the internet?
Okay, good. There we go.
The internet was not created by a single person.
It was just...
But
there we go.
I don't know. Somewhere in between the 1970s and 80s.
There it is.
WWW came in 1989.
Nice.
There you go. But it was not Bob Gore.
No.
Or what was his name?
Al Gore.
Al Gore.
I was about to call you out really hard on that. I was like, ma'am,
Al Gore.
That's really false.
But I think even with I saw something somewhere that like each generation has had to overcome its own unique hurdles.
Absolutely.
And things like, the younger generation right now is really struggling, like we talked about, on being able to afford to buy a house.
Correct. Yeah.
But something that plagued my specific experience as their age was during the housing crisis, where the banks and the lenders were giving everybody the money. And so a huge percentage of young adults at that time got approved for mortgages that they could not afford. And nobody sat them down and said, just because you got approved for that doesn't mean you should go get that.
Yes.
And so, yes, they're struggling to get into houses. But in my time as a young adult, watching people lose their homes and be so young and have to file bankruptcy, and the recovery from that. And, so each generation comes through a season that, is hard, different,
For sure. Yeah.
all that stuff. I like great stuff. Yeah. I mean, even to think about like when 9/11 happened, everybody had pagers. Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah,
I know.
My mom had a pager.
Yeah. I don't know if my parents ever had a pager. I don't know. Or remember calling collect, where you'd be like, had a baby, it's a boy.
That's crazy.
Andy always said that he would call his parents when he needed it picked up at things on the school payphone, and he would call collect, and he would just say, "Come pick me up." Like when it's funny. Like who is this collect call from?
Yeah.
And then they would say it's from come pick me up, and then you would just decline the call and you would have to pay for it.
Oh my gosh, it's from come pick me up. Yeah. That's actually so smart.
That's where haven't you ever seen the commercial where they call and they're like, "Had a baby, it's a boy"?
I don't know.
They like say it really fast so you could call your family members and let them know you had a baby, collect and not pay for it.
No,
because you would call and say, "Had a baby, it's a boy."
Wow.
And that's
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, generations are important, and gleaning what each generation has to offer.
Yeah.
Remembering not to ball them all up simply on their generation, but be unique to what each person's life experiences have brought to the table.
They're not.
Yes.
Yes. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. But I love all the generational.
I know you're very into that.
And Alicia and I like to share all of them back and forth.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we do, sitting in our lazy boys.
Sitting in your lazy olds.
Playing on our phones. Oh, that's funny.
It is pretty funny.
Like our grandparents back in the day.
Yeah. The stories. Oh my gosh.
I know. Yeah. Well,
it is wild.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
So it was great talking to you today, Casey. And we will see everybody.
So formal.
Next week. So formal.
Look at us, millennials. What a formal outro.
We will see you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.